This is Dante, and my very special guest tonight is an artist that you are going to tremendously enjoy, who is extremely interesting and has a lot of rock and roll history, and his name is Jism, and he is founder of the New York rock band Ism, and he has some really interesting stuff to talk to us about. Jism, welcome to Rock Rap, man.
Thank you very much.
You braved the weather tonight, and you've come on an
See, we have the umbrella here.
Yes, we do. We're going to get a shot of our famous umbrella to show people what the weather's been like. But you've been a musician and a composer and a pianist here in New York for a number of years, and you go back quite a ways, don't you?
Go back to, the band actually started in about 82, and our first commercial song was John Hinckley Jr. From the album The Big Apple, Rotten to the Core.
Right, right.
And that
Big Apple, Rotten to the Core.
It was a compilation album. It was kind of like a New York's answer to Maximum Rock and Roll, or some of the stuff that was issued on the West Coast. Also, This Is Boston, Not L.A. was another hardcore compilation. So this was a compilation that we put out in '82.
Okay,
and that was the first.
I want to kind of like stop you there, because you have a lot of, and I want to get into this. I want to get into your history. You're going to go, as a matter of fact, Jism, you're going to talk to us about the hip hop. But you have a lot of really cool things going on right now.
Yeah.
With your new enhanced CD-ROM.
Correct.
That is coming out, and your affiliation with Tiny Tim, who appears on a track on the. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it, and tell us about some of the really interesting things that have happened.
This is a project that. Well, you know, Ism was always the type of band that only put out music when we felt we wanted to put it out. And the last thing we put out was like 4 years ago. We contributed a track to some bogus compilation album, a New York City compilation album. And there's some other stuff that's available on the Kill by Death compilation albums. But continuing in the tradition of what we kind of do, which is kind of a mock, pop culture. Pop culture.
Well, we all belong to that, right?
No,
it's a phony culture. We don't know what we're doing.
Well, that's why I'm in the business. We issued a remake of I Think I Love You many years ago.
Which was a
remake of the original Partridge Family
Partridge
song.
Family, right. I always skipped that show as a kid. Can you imagine that? Did you watch every episode?
David Cassidy was my idol. When
David Cassidy, you watched VH1? We don't want to drop another.
I wanted to have my hair exactly like his.
He's wonderful. You watch him on VH1?
When I get a chance to.
There you go.
When I'm sober.
Man, but tell us about.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. So what happened was I just thought that it'd be really cool to kind of like take this American iconoclastic figure.
I'm getting my dictionary out.
Tiny Tim,
periphery, peripheral.
Tiny Tim was always one of the people that kind of like stuck out in my mind as far as being original.
Right.
And this happened like last summer. This is before his whole.
Did you just meet him and say, how would you like to be on the album? And
well, I was actually driving home one night about 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, man, Ism has to put out a new record. What can I do? I said, let me do something. Let me do Tiptoe. It just came to my mind.
Right.
And I called up. Who was
a record producer?
No, it was somebody from A Current Affair. I'd seen Tiny on A Current Affair.
Current Affair. Current Affair.
I forgot the.
All right, a producer or a host.
It was a field interviewer.
All right, forget it.
Anyway, I called him up and I said where could I get in contact with him, because I'd seen him on A Current Affair, and he told me where he was
staying. Why was
staying.
Tiny on A Current Affair?
He was. I don't know. I mean, I think the headline management, Glenn Knight, who manages him, they were just kind of like, pushing him for some reason. I don't know what the reason was.
You got a hold of him. Get you in contact with Tiny.
Management. I called up Tiny directly to Iowa. He was staying in Iowa at the time.
Tiny lives in Iowa.
He lived in Iowa. He's living in Minneapolis now. He contacted me with his manager in New York, and then we got the contract going, and that's how it all started.
All right, this is television. This is great. Now, Now, eventually during this show tonight, Jism is going to tell us how we hooked up the album, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Now, you people have heard about it. You know that Tiny's been doing a lot of television talking about the video coming out. And I gotta tell you, this is a world premiere. This is the first time on any television show, even by the time you might see this video, it was first aired here.
Right.
And Jism, why don't you look into the camera and tell us the title of this song.
Yeah, this song is
do it. Take it away over there on that camera.
This song is simply entitled Tiptoe Through the Tulips. It's Ism with Tiny Tim.
First time anywhere. Check it out.
Educate you, I'm going to motivate you, and I'm going to guarantee you, without a doubt, results. If you get a 1-900 line.
Call now and get the one ball. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, you'll get the ideal workout for your ass.
And Dick, wait till you see this. Tiny has added a bit of choreography to his usual.